Alright, what is up? Happy Thursday. It is January the 2nd. Just finished the gym. Want to do a quick video because I noticed something interesting. So, it's pretty much the new year. It's 2025 officially. I go to the gym this morning, and what I thought would happen, happened. There was no one in the gym. Technically, there was like one girl at the gym this morning, but within like 10 minutes of me getting there, she was just doing cardio. She left. But pretty much there was no one at the gym. And I'm not surprised. I just kind of wrote a message on my Instagram group, and pretty much what I've noticed over the past few years is it feels like there's this trend of people who they just don't have goals, they don't have resolutions. I think it's weird. Even my friends who kind of like own gyms or who are personal trainers, they've sort of said to me that over the past like 3 years or so, there's been like a decline in new subscriptions and new memberships in December and January. Because usually, if you're not familiar with the business model, usually in December and January, a lot of gyms try to get memberships, and really they get more memberships than they have capacity. But the idea is that a lot of people just won't show up. But a lot of people aren't even signing up for the gym. Now, I feel like there's two ways to look at it. There's one way you can look at it where the reason why people aren't showing up to the gym is because people just know they're not going to work out, which is kind of sad, or maybe they have other gyms they go to. That could be the reason why. But I do think the real reason why people aren't signing up is because I think people have just given up on their goals. They've given up on resolutions. I don't even hear people nowadays talk about resolutions. I think a lot of people, I think they've just sort of resigned themselves to just having fun, enjoying life, spending all their money, just trying to live sort of a Epicurean lifestyle, so to speak, which is okay. I think that's fine. Nothing wrong with having fun. Nothing wrong with doing what you want to do in life. That's perfectly fine. But I think the issue is that in the grand scheme of things, if you really want to have long-term success, you need to have a certain degree of discipline, and you need to sort of put off fun. You need to sort of put off complacency. You need to put off things that are comfortable to you for a certain period of time. And I think the difficult part is that the period of time you have to put that stuff off isn't always known up front. Like, you might think if you have a goal, you have to put off this fun or this like pleasure for 1 or 2 years, when in fact it might be 5 years, or it might be 10 years, or it might be 15 years. And I think people kind of deep down understand that, and I think that's why people are choosing not to kind of even participate in these goals, so to speak, because I think like in their minds the juice just isn't worth the squeeze. So that's kind of just my 2 cents on it. I just found it interesting because I'm in the gym, and I remember talking to Ida the other day, my wife, and my thought process was, when January 1st hits, there's going to be a lot of people at the gym. That was like a part of me was thinking that, like 25% of me thought that, because that's usually how it is. A lot of people start the gym, they get their New Year's resolutions, they're super excited for like 2 weeks or a month or 2 months, and then they all kind of just fade away and the gym goes back to normal. This wasn't the case. So there's the other 75% of me, and I literally remember talking to Ida about this the other day, like a couple days ago, and my thought process was, I don't think people are going to show up to the gym. I think this year you're going to see fewer people at the gym than normal. And it's for the exact reason I just mentioned. I think people have just resigned themselves to having goals. They've resigned themselves from really thinking long term. Now, you're probably sitting there wondering, why am I sharing this? What does this have to do with me? I think the reason why I'm sharing this is because if you're not one of those people, if you're one of those people that did choose to wake up at 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. or the time you wake up doesn't even matter. If you're one of the people who just chose to wake up and achieve a goal, to work on a goal, I think what you'll find is that in 2025, winning will be much easier. It's going to be easier because people are just lazier. So the competition is much lower. Success is going to be much easier for you because there's no one competing against you. I remember, just kind of as a side story, I read a statistic maybe about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and it said that in America, I think 65%, the number is not exact, so, you know, it's just an approximate number, but about 65% of people are overweight in America. And out of that 65% of people that are overweight, about 45% are obese. So pretty much what that means is that most people are overweight. I think I saw another stat that said most people, I think only about 5% of people even go to the gym. And out of that 5% of people that even go to the gym consistently, about 1% of those people actually have a routine. And out of that 1% that have a routine, like 0.5% of people have a routine that actually lets them achieve their goals. So pretty much that means that 0.5% of people are actually changing. There's some people that put in the effort to go, but they don't really know what they're doing, so they're not changing, so they're kind of just wasting their time. But doing something's better than doing nothing. Totally fine. But even out of the people that are trying, a small percentage of people are succeeding. So hopefully those numbers just make sense to you. Most people aren't even trying. 95% of people aren't even trying. And this is health related. If you think about financially, I'm sure, I haven't looked at the numbers, so I can't say for sure, but I imagine the numbers are the same. I think most people have just given up for the most part on trying to succeed. A lot of people you see are trying to start businesses, but they're not really putting in the effort to really grow the business, really do the research, really put in that true effort to get results. And if I'm using my own experience as an example of this, I would say maybe about literally 90% of people I know, and I live in Loudoun County, which is a relatively aggressive, from a career standpoint, type place. A lot of people you meet here are real estate agents. They're independent contractors of some sort. There are people who are either starting a business or trying to start a business or have a business. And even in this community, I would say 90% of people aren't putting in the actual effort to do much. Like really, I think most people, if I really had to like do a survey, 9 out of 10 people aren't putting in that much effort. You'll meet people who say like, oh yeah, I got a business, I got a side hustle, I got 10 side hustles, I got all this stuff. But then you see their efforts and it's like, okay, you're really not doing that much. You're not putting in that much effort. You say you are, and I think you like the end result that having the business gets you, maybe the status, maybe the money, maybe the idea of freedom. That's cool, fine. But you're not really doing the work. And by the work, I mean, when the weekend hits, you want to go out with your friends and chill. Totally fine. But some people aren't going to do that. And the people that aren't going to do that are the people that are going to succeed faster than you in general. When it comes time to put money towards growing your business, other people are going to do it. You're not, which is why you're going to fail and they're going to win in general. So I don't want to like harp on this point too long, but I think you can extrapolate this. There's a lot of people that say they want to do something. There's a lot of people that put in some effort, or a small portion of those people that put in effort. And out of the people that put in the effort, there's a small, minute amount of people that actually succeed. And I think you want to be in that category. Not even I think, I know you want to be in that category of people, that small category of people that actually do win. But like I said earlier, being in that small category isn't as hard as it sounds. It sounds like an exclusive group that no one can get into. I don't think it's that difficult. And I don't think it's that difficult because most people just really aren't trying that hard. Most people aren't going to go to the gym today. Most people don't have New Year's resolutions. And I hate resolutions, but having a resolution that you're actually working toward is better than nothing at all. Most people don't have goals. Most people don't want to actually increase their income, and they don't want to work hard. They don't want to work even a little bit more than they're already working. They don't want to get in better shape. They are totally fine staying the exact same. They don't want to challenge their beliefs, challenge their mindsets, step outside the box, step outside the cave, as I like to call it. They would just prefer to be comfortable and stay the exact same, which is perfect, because if you're not willing to do that, then you, in my personal opinion, are going to have a very successful 2025. Hope this video made sense. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye.